This is page 87. This is the third one, the one at the bottom of the page. First, let's figure out what this melody is doing. It's two flats, so it's either in the key of B flat major or G minor. We're studying minors, and if you look at the Roman numeral under the bottom staff, under the G, that's a 1 chord, so that would be G minor. So we're in the key of G minor in 3/8 time. So an eighth note gets a count. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I go a little fast because I've been doing this forever. You take it at your speed, but work out the melody and the rhythm, and we see what the chords are. Well, you're starting out here, a G chord and a D minor chord, because this is the fifth, that'd be D. So if I do that, and they're just doing the one note on it. That sounds okay, but I like to hear the full harmony, so I'm going to play the full chord. So it's... It doesn't sound so good anymore. When I play the whole chord, I could use the inversion here, right? Put this on top. See, this just doesn't sound right in that fourth measure. So I would not do it. No, that fourth measure is going to have to be a 1 chord. And in a way it makes sense because we have the phrases going on and you're ending the phrase, each phrase with the 5/1 sequence, the cadence. So it would make sense to end the first phrase with a 1 chord. Here. Yeah. So I guess there we're doing the same notes would be same chord. Doesn't have to be. You can change chords even though the melody notes might be the same. Sometimes they'll change harmonies, but here it's the same. Yeah, that's for the harmony. If you want to get broken chords or something. Try different patterns and whatever. Use your imagination and experiment. Now, I haven't been doing the dynamics and all that. You can add that loud. So you're echoing it. And the lift up between the foot. You can add all that. It's all part of interpreting. The speed and all that's all part of interpreting. You decide. Now, there's a note here to transpose it to F sharp minor. That sounds ugly, don't it? Well, let's take a look. We have G minor. If I go down to F sharp, it looks like I'm going down a half step. So everything just goes down a half step. So it's here. F sharp minor is the relative minor to A major. A major has 3 sharps, so F sharp minor is here. So the 3 sharps are those. So in the 1 chord it's that, and then the 5 chord is here, is that, those notes. So actually we're using all 3 black keys in this one if you play the full chord. Now, if you just play the bottom note, it doesn't matter, so it's here. Something like that. Do the chords. Here and then here. 5 chord, I just took the C and put it on top here, so I don't move around. A sharp minor, you can move it to most any. This is rather tricky for me because I don't like being up in here a lot. And when you start getting a lot of sharps and so forth, flats, you're up here more. There's other fingerings we could try it. I could stay out here instead of here, but then when I go to here, it's a little trickier. It's here. I can stretch out more and stay out here. How you finger it, I don't know how big your hands are. But sometimes we have to adjust our fingering where we're not using thumb, because when you use thumb, it pulls your hand up here. So you can figure out a fingering you can use where you're not using thumb. Then it's a personal thing, but it might help a little bit so you're not up in here all the time. Now, if you're playing nothing but black notes, then that's fine. You can be up here all you need to. So when we start playing this note in the middle of this, things get a little tricky.